Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a very big award.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. All right, to our next story. You know, when the minister of the gospel, let me put it this way. When a minister of the gospel passes, it is a time of profound loss for the congregation and is often marked by a focus on a hope of resurrection. Now, beloved singer, songwriter, at one time a rhythm and blues artist, and later converted to gospel artist, Ron Kenoly has died at age 81. In Nigeria, the gospel music community is mourning his passing. Among those who paid heartfelt tributes are gospel stars like Nathaniel Bassey and Frank Edwards. Now, the president of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, Bishop Francis Wale Oke. Is he okay or okay?
Okay.
Okay, Wale Oke. For the Christian, a promise of a resurrection morning is a fait accompli. Won't you say that? Is a done deal?
Yeah. Mm. I think for many people to appreciate, you know, this great man who died at 81.
Oh, yeah.
You know, either you're a Christian or a Muslim, you know, we have to look at the place of, you know, praise singing, you know, in spirituality.
It reminds you and I of the great King David.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, King David, you know, is reputed both by, the Muslims call him Daudu.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yes. And his son, Suleiman, is also mentioned in the Bible.
All right.
Even his battle against Goliath, which the Muslims call Julat, is well recognized by the Holy Quran. And if you look at it, David, you know, it's a kind of inspiration to the person we are talking about.
That's it.
He wrote about 75 out of the 150 Psalms.
Psalms, yeah.
And David wrote about 4,000 songs. David was reputed for, you know, praising God 7 times every day, apart from his usual prayers. And what this shows clearly is that when you praise God, you are most likely to get blessings from him more than when you make demands, asking for one thing or the other all the time. So I think the passing away of this great man of praises is something that touches the heart of every believer, whether you are even a Christian or you are a Muslim. And his relationship with Nigeria cannot be denied. He first visited here in 1993. He came to Nigeria and he was received by, you know, hosted by a lot of Christian leaders. And he's also aware, and I think he came back also in 2013, you know, and he's also aware that Nigerians are actually in love with him, with his music. In 2019, he wrote on his Facebook that he's aware of the kind of love Nigerians show to him. You know, he praised Nigeria and even, you know, gave us the impression that Nigeria is his second home.
Okay.
So his passing away is not something that we are not unconnected. It's something that the whole world feels about him because of the songs of praise that, you know, he started, you know, composing right from even when he was in his teen, right from around the time he was 21 years. It was after leaving the Air Force that he came into prominence, you know, with so many praise singing songs that he composed that are well known all over the world and continue to serve as inspiration to a lot of Christians and even anybody who believes in God. You know, when you listen to his music, it's a huge source of inspiration for the world.
Okay.
And I'm glad that God was, you know, kind to him, that he lived up to 81 years and he died peacefully.
Considering that in the Holy Writ, we talk about 70.
Yeah.
So anything after 70, Najara.
Sure. He lived a gracious life.
Okay.
You know, and then there's this talk that he wrote that when he was in the womb of his mother, that his mother, Edith, you know, was praying that I want this child to praise God all throughout his own life. And we are glad that it came to pass.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great man of gospel that the whole world will miss.
Okay. BK, Ron Kenoly, you know, touched Nigeria in a manner of speaking through his songs. And I'm sure his passing must cast a shadow here, won't you say?
Yes, his passing is truly shocking and emotional. He loved our country. He got invited a number of times, especially during Christmas, by Nigerian big churches to come and minister. Here was a big band leader, songwriter, and performer who is credited with transforming praise and worship on a global stage. And he particularly was very good at ushering in God's presence through worship. Ron Kenoly sang with spiritual depth as well as scriptural understanding. He showed scriptural understanding in the way that he sang. And his popularity was also transgenerational. So because of the modern input that was so visible in the way he sang songs, young people felt drawn to his brand of music that was very electric and full of drumming and dancing. Remember the song that shot him to prominence, Lift Him Up, which was released in 1992. You know, so he was such a great singer, and amongst the black music, gospel music superstars, he really stood out, and it was truly shocking that he died at the time he died. But as I always say, death is a debt that we all owe.
Yeah.
Everybody will go. What is important is the legacy that we leave behind, and I believe that he has left a big legacy in the global church, because his music not just transcended generations, it had global appeal all over the world. He was such a famous worship leader and Christian. So we say, may God bless his soul where he is currently.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, BKO. Wale, you know, his background as a blues, rhythm and blues singer would have impacted his gospel singing.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, apart from Lifting Up, which you mentioned, there's also Welcome Home, released in 1996.
All right.
And I think that he impacted the world in, you know, BKO said something that bringing the presence of God through music.
Oh, yeah.
I say, when you sing, and even the angels will decide to, you know, to be present, to, you know, to come and listen to you and hear your prayer. So I think that it's a huge inspiration, just like we have mentioned about David, that remains the greatest king.
Oh, yeah.
In Israel today.
That's it.
If we enter
Israel's flag is the Star of David.
Sure. If we enter Israeli airline, there is a special compartment, you know, for David. If you have money, if you can pay, you stay there. So it shows how the kind of honor they give to him. And what stood out David in the presence of God was praise. It's not just about praying, but praising God all the time. You know, that was why God was so good to him. And I believe God has been so good to Kenoly, you know, for him to make it possible for him to be able to inspire the whole world. You know, with music.
Of course, we cannot forget that the Salvation Army, if you remember, was started by a gentleman called William Booth, along with Charles and his brother John. Charles and John Wesley founded Methodism. William Booth, Salvation Army, singing. You know, Methodism, Baptistism, and Anglicanism were anchored on hymn singing. You know. So, Ron, may God bless your soul and take your soul, even as we wait for resurrection morning. Okay, then, our next story.